Well, voter access has always been an issue during elections, and this year COVID-19 has placed a premium on space. For the first time, both LA and Orange counties are hosting what they call super or mega voting sites at some major sporting and concert venues in the area. But as the I-Team's Randy Mack found out, it takes a lot to pull this off, and some venues aren't quite ready.
We are part of this community, an essential part of the community, and this was something very easy for us to do, but also very important.
Dodger Stadium opened its parking lot to COVID-19 testing. Starting October 30th, it's going to be opening its upper deck to voting, serving as one of 7 super site voting locations in Southern California.
They're locations that have wide open space, and they have large parking areas, and they're places where, quite frankly, people are used to being queued in lines.
LA County Registrar Dean Logan says joining Dodger Stadium will be the Staples Center, Santa Anita Racetrack, and the SoFi Stadium. The Forum opens up October 24th, as does the Hollywood Bowl, the one venue that's been used as a voting location before.
We have a layout design for them. We've tested the connectivity that we need for that. So all that work is ongoing, and we're doing training on site at those locations.
Logan says each super site will have approximately 60 voting machines and between 60 and 80 workers. The sheer size of the venues means social distancing should be guaranteed.
The pandemic conditions, the civil unrest, all of those things layer onto what's already a complex process. So let's have contingency, and worst case scenario, let's have a triage plan to deal with whatever might come our way.
LA County plans to run 758 voting locations, fewer than in past elections, with some smaller venues cut because spaces were too tight. Logan says 28,600 workers have been recruited to work voting sites, and within LA County, registered voters can cast their ballot at any location, but the county can adjust and close or open more poll sites if needed.
If that does happen, we'll try to be very public about that with signage and getting notices out to voters.
And that is going to be one of the largest vote centers in Orange County.
Starting October 30th, the Honda Center in Orange County will be the 7th super site voting location regionally, and it will feature something none of LA County sites will have: drive-through voting.
The voters will have an opportunity to pull up, kind of like Chick-fil-A, check in, get their ballot, vote, and be on their way.
Orange County Registrar Neil Kelly says staffing at the Honda Center won't be as large as LA County venues. 25 to 30 people is all it will take. Walk-up voting will happen right in the lobby.
One of the things that we have to make sure that works properly is the check-in process, because that's where it all fall apart. And we are doing dry runs. We're stress testing that.
Connectivity, potential for hacking. All aspects are still being worked out at every location. Orange County has also managed to keep 170 smaller voting sites open, but staffing is a challenge, with only 75% of the workers needed hired so far.
There's no longer a volunteer program here in the county, so we're actually hiring people to do this.
Much like the election itself, election preparation is down to the wire too. Where we voted, when we voted, how we voted will be studied for years as part of the critique of our democracy. The people running our elections know it.
Logistically, it's a huge challenge. We are running the biggest events in California, if you think about it, what we're doing. And so you have to think through everything, and that does keep you awake for sure.
Because early in-person voting starts 10 days before Election Day, both registrars said that they actually have some room to work with here in case any changes are necessary. For all the details about voting hours at super sites and directions, you can find that information on our NBCLA app or on our website at NBCLA.com. In Orange County, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.